So yes, I actually do want to talk about this. So let's talk about NHL a little bit.
Okay.
See, and because I have so many gripes with this game, and I feel like I have NHL 20s coming out, okay, and I feel like I have been playing NHL games since they existed.
Yeah.
Okay, so kids today that think they know the games,
They don't know.
they don't know them better than I do.
Yeah.
Just based off of statistics, I've played more NHL games than they ever could.
I mean, I think I started playing them. I think NHL19 was the earliest one I had on Sega Genesis. I think I had 92, 93, 94. And then I didn't have a system for a while. I think the next one was I played Gretzky, which doesn't count as an NHL
That was
game.
99.
Yeah, that was out in 99.
Right.
And then I picked up again in 2014. I want to say no, earlier than that. No, 2013.
We played in college.
That was 20.
That was 05.
No, that was a while back. That was previous to 07. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 03 to 07.
07 was like the game to get. That was when they started doing the skill stick. I think.
Right. That was the beginning of the. That's what I do remember. That I do remember the transition from hitting buttons to do things to the skill stick. And then I played I played the most NHL was living in my apartment after college with Chris Ledez.
Yes, I remember going there.
Yeah, that we played a lot of like 12, 13, and 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have my gripes too. I'm happy. The one thing I'm happy about is when you turn around now, it happens a lot faster. From 18 to 19, puck's on your stick. You want to spin around and go the other way real quick.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
At 18, I felt like it was like
It was a loop.
Super slow spin around. But yeah, I've been playing with the game on Superstar lately. I went from Pro to All-Star because, I'm, again, ultra competitive. So I don't win, I get destroyed every time, but I play it up there like swinging the bat with the donut on it. And yeah, it's I don't understand how you play the game. I feel like after all these years of playing it, like I'm missing something critical because.
So I think they're trying to you have to know how to play hockey.
Right.
That's kind of where it's going to.
Yeah.
Right. You have to know how to play hockey.
Yep.
So so what we do now is we only play the World of Chell. So I don't play unless someone else is playing.
Yep. And
so you could do 3-on-3 or you could do 5-on-5. And it's your team, right? So have you done that yet? The World of Chell stuff?
Yeah, I've done it where I'm the guy, like you pick your position and you're just that position.
Right, you're just that position.
Right.
So with that, you really have to know how to play hockey.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But that I'm good at.
Yeah.
That I know.
That's the better game.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Because if you have 5 guys and everyone's playing their position and you're guys tic-tac-toeing, playing real good hockey, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, I don't do well playing the CPU. Is just regular mode where because I figured I stopped a long time ago constantly switching players and drawing them to the puck like it was 8-year-old softball. Like, oh, everyone crowd the ball.
Exactly.
So it's not that. I just feel like the momentum in the game is such bullshit sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like you could be on fire forever, and then one thing happens, and it's like now the computer's insurmountable. You can't do anything about it. Everything you were doing before, not working anymore. The passes just go errant on you. And I don't need that, man. The game is hard enough as it is.
The passing system is awful. I'm just going to say it. It's awful. Because I've been playing video games long enough that I know where to put the joysticks to point in whatever direction I want them to point in.
Right.
And if I'm pointing, and the fact that you have to aim with the left joystick, this is my biggest gripe. So you have to aim with the left joystick.
Right.
Okay, so what does that mean? That means you can't pass left and skate right.
Right. They're trying to encourage you to start utilizing the drift, which is something that I discovered in the game.
Letting go of the joystick
huge,
and then passing.
Huge difference maker. Doing anything.
Yeah.
If you are not touching that left stick, especially when the opposing player is coming at you and about to make contact, let off that left stick, do some deking. They almost never get the puck. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I could tell you how many controllers I've broken over not knowing that, have gotten slammed straight into the floor full force. Yeah. If someone had just told me, and my friend Andrew, who I actually make music with, he's the one who told me. He's like, yeah, dude. He's like, as soon as I get over the blue line, I just drift in the direction that I was skating, and I start making moves with the right stick, and I start aiming at the net with the left stick, and I just score whenever I want. It's the same problem with shooting. Mm-hmm. You want to pass left while you're moving right. That's a problem. Mm-hmm. It's like awkward.
Yeah, if you want to skate right and shoot left.
Right. I find all my shots going against the grain. Top right corner. That's all I can do because that's just where my finger snaps to.
Yeah, and the moment if you slide it left, he stops his momentum and cuts left.
Right.
First.
Yeah.
Before he does aim.
Right.
So my solution to this, because I've thought about this a lot, is I think you should have to hold L2 to shoot, like a shooter. Like if you're in a shooter game, you hold L2 to look down the barrel,
right,
and then you shoot.
Right.
So think about it. If you're skating, right, if you hold L2, disables your feet.
Right. So now the stick is where you're aiming, and
now this is where you're aiming, and this is where your hands are going.
Shot.
You know, and you can get good at it. You know, if you want to do a quick shot, just boom, L2. Like you just hold L2.
Right, but
shoot,
give me the option because at this point, what they're asking you to do is just slam the stick super quickly into a precise spot and then take your shot before it affects the momentum of the player. And it's one of my hugest frustrations with the game.
It makes no sense.
Yeah,
it really doesn't make sense.
And then I play guys that they don't even think about that crap, and they score on me constantly, and it's just because their thumbs happen to go to a good spot, just like by default. You know, when they're shooting, they always shoot in that one spot. It's always open. You know, they found that niche in the game. Cheese monsters.
Yes.
Oh, I can't. Yeah. I don't play online anymore for that reason because it's a lot easier for me to be angry at a machine. I can blame a coder that doesn't know anything, but like when another human being's beating me, it's a personal thing. It just hits me at my core.
You should come play with us. Are you on PS4 or Xbox?
PS4.
Okay, yeah. That's the way you want to be on PS4.
I mean, at this point,
yeah.
If you're on Xbox, it's just because you like having a video switcher, right? You don't really.
If you're on Xbox, you were born in the 90s.
People are always talking about the RAM quality and like the frame rate and how it's so much better. But if it were, I've never heard anyone had to wrap a PlayStation in a wet towel and let it sit overnight because they got the red circle of death. Like that's
never happened.
I'm pretty sure PlayStation's making it better. Sony's known.
I'm pretty sure I have the same PlayStation 4 I bought the first time I bought it. So. And it works beautifully.
Original, not Generation 2.
No, the PlayStation 4. Me. But yeah, so that's my gripe is the fact that you can't aim. And an easy solution is just have a pass hold button. And I would also like the right trigger to disable shooting. So, because a lot of times if you want to go left to right, you know, it's just sometimes you curve it a little bit and then you shoot by accident.
So
if
you're hitting pass anyway, it should disable. Right? If you're
hitting pass,
it should disable it.
Yeah. So if you're hitting pass, that should disable shooting. So if you hold pass, you can roll the right stick forward without shooting. Right. And now you can get those toe drags.
Right, but now you got to figure out a way to come out of that. Like, let's say you decide you do want to shoot. So when you release, now you're back to taking the shot, right?
Right. I guess. Yeah. Yeah, because you would never be holding forward because you're not going to hold the puck toe like that.
Right. You're going to come back.
But you can do a little, or you can just. Or I guarantee you that you're not going to shoot, just so you can not so much worry about like being exact. Right. I guess with the left and right.
Right.
Differences.
I feel like they're close too. Because the game's, it's definitely better. The game's definitely better than it was.
For sure.
There's times I'm playing it and I'm like, this game is sweet because there's not a lot of games that you really get to think like the game as it's happening. Like even Madden and all that stuff. Like it's cool, but like you're limited to this very small. Selective area of what's going on because football is like 22 people on a field at once. NHL, I mean, you can pass wherever you want, you can shoot wherever you want. Now they're giving you all this control over the stick. Like I think it's one of the best sport games that they've made.
It really is.
Yeah,
but it doesn't get the financial backing that like Madden gets, obviously.
Because it's hockey.
Because it's hockey.
It's disgusting to me that the Stanley Cup playoffs are just going on, and that's like the most coverage hockey will get all year, and it was still like 30 seconds of mention. Because that's all I listen to. I don't listen to the radio on the way to work anymore in the car. Like it's just sports talk radio and talk about, I don't know, PK Subban and Jack Hughes.
Yeah.
Or
Panarin and Kakko.
Yeah, that's good. See, Panarin is a good pickup for the Rangers, but
we are going to have a season, you and I.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Two teams that rebuilt last season and are coming in with heavy hitters, made big moves in the offseason. I think that the Rangers are really trying to get Henrik a cup.
Wouldn't you? I mean,
you have to.
Does he not deserve it?
He 100% deserves it because he easily could have gone to a team like the Sharks last season. Sharks could have won the cup
with Henrik.
With Lundqvist and that. Yeah, Jones is good.
I feel like you put him on any playoff team that was in the second round, and they win.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
Just roll them off.
Yeah,
Islanders, Hurricanes. Yeah, he'd never go to the Islanders, I don't think. But yeah, he easily had that option. He stuck it out with the young guns. So good for him. I hope they do go deep in a playoff run. I would love to see a Devil Ranger playoff series, man. Regardless of outcome, I've come to enjoy them no matter what.
Of course, they're awesome, and I got to give it to the Devils, man. Like, because they got Subban and they got Simmons.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Simmons, and it's Chiarot knows what he's doing, because that's what the team lacked. They didn't have. They had the skaters. They didn't have anyone with some balls up front. And that's definitely Simmons.
And that's what won them the cup last time. I mean, that was when Stevens was there.
Yep.
You know, and they were just cranking people.
No, and they have to build differently too. Chiarot knows that. That's why he didn't go big. That's why he didn't go Panarin. Because that's what screwed them after, I think, 2012. What was the last run the Devils had where they lost to the Kings? Was that 13 or 12?
Yeah, right. It was before the... Yeah.
This is before the lockout.
Yeah, before the lockout.
That run, they had a bunch of big contracts, and that's why they made that run. But as soon as that year was over, they had to re-sign a bunch of those people. That was it. And then they had no one in development. They had traded away to unload for those veterans. And that's why it's been an atrocious few years. Decent season. The season they lost to Lightning in the first round, but last season was just, I guess, Hall got injured. He didn't have another MVP,
year.
61 points or whatever it was.
Yeah, man, they got a good team. It's interesting. It's interesting to me because New York picked up Trouba too. So we both got young guns. We both got veteran defensemen, and we both got you guys got Hall. I mean, we both got stud forwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean now. So there's going to be those games.
They're going to be good games. They're going to come down to goaltending. You're going to have to hope. Corey Schneider might be back. The end of last season, I saw some of Corey Schneider that I was like, thank God, dude, because...
Well, he's probably excited now with the team in front of him.
Yeah, he was bad. He was. There was a few games that he didn't win for a whole year. He was injured for a lot of it, but there was a period in time where that guy just did not win a game. And, you knew Kincaid was not sustainable. Like, he has flashes, but he's definitely not a starter. So we'll see. I'm excited for hockey season.
Yeah, the Metro's tough, man. Like, we have probably the best division right now.
The Islanders just re-upped. They got Varlamov, the Islanders.
Yeah.
So
and
now
Andrews Lee's
re-signed.
stuck around.
So they only lost. Who did they lose? They lost one person, right?
No, they lost a goalie.
Yeah, but Leonard.
And then that's it, because they lost Tavares earlier.
Previously season.
But then they started winning. That's when they started winning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got them they're basically still the same team. I would swap Leonard for Varlamov easily.
Sure.
Definitely more experience. You got Washington, who's not going anywhere anytime very soon.
Nope.
Pittsburgh
just won a cup. Yep.
I don't know about Pittsburgh's move.
They're on their way. I think they're on their way. Their dynasty is over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they were out in the first round from the Islanders. Crosby's old now. Malkin's old now. Who else? I mean, who else? They lost their whole defense.
Yep.
Yeah,
they couldn't re-sign Kunitz, was it?
Yeah.
End up leaving. Yeah, it's...
They don't have any real up-and-coming power forwards or anything like that.
Montreal sent an offer sheet to Aho. I wonder how that's going to turn out for them.
I mean, it's that, or he's going to be in Carolina for the next 10 years.
And Carolina's looking a little dangerous because that's a young team that did pretty well this season.
You know who's looking dangerous too? Stars.
Yeah.
Perry and Pavelski.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of big moves this offseason.
Think about that. So Perry and Pavelski have been playing against each other in a rivalry for the past decade.
Yeah.
And now they're going to play together on the Stars. Stars go nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, it's a good time for hockey. Speaking of the game we were talking about, so I was reading an article. NHL 20, basically they wiped out. They cleaned house in the office, and they rehired, or maybe they didn't clean house, but they rehired the guys that did NHL 15.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because that was the highest rated one.
Yeah, it was one of the best ones.
Yeah. So they're bringing them in to add some different changes to it. They said some of the changes was they're going to enhance when the puck's around you, how that makes sense. Sometimes you'll go for a pass and it just literally just goes right through you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Or it's just slightly out of reach and doesn't reach for it. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're going to clean up. They didn't say anything about the passing, which really pissed me off. But there was a couple other things that they were doing too. There's going to be obviously new goalie animations.
Yeah.
It's not going to be NBC.
Oh, really?
So it's going to be just regular NHL in-house fake league. So they're their own announcers and stuff like that. They said, which I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. I'm kind of done with
Doc Emmerich for every year. I know some people don't enjoy Doc.
I enjoyed Doc.
I have so many fond memories of Doc Emmerich.
Well, that's you were a Devils fan. That happens.
Henrik, it's over. Oh, so good.
He is that guy's brain. Oh my God.
Sometimes especially in the playoffs, he'll get on rants and just the way he describes what's happening and the energy he has. I'm like, why he should do radio.
Right.
Because like that, it would be a lot more valuable in radio. Everyone watching the hockey games like, shut up, I'm watching him.
Right. Yeah. He should definitely do it. Or he like the way he can explain something in so much detail in such a short amount of time is just insane. I can barely explain things slowly.
He has such fun little words.
Yeah.
Like
he's full of them.
Yeah, all kinds of little
steel trap.
I guess what they called onomatopoeia. They're like words that sound like the thing that's happening. He's always saying stuff that I was like, scuttles the puck along the right side, but I'm like, scuttles.
But then he'll also rattle off that particular player's entire college career.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
in the middle of the play, like oh, so and so born blah blah blah.
From Michigan State.
Sends it up the right hand boards.
Yeah, they played together. Two guys hit each other. Oh, those two guys hit each other. They played together in 2006 around it. So how do you know that?
It's especially with how much the league changes every year. It's like how do you know all of these?
Especially when half of them are not from America.
Right.
You know, and all the names he remembers, he always nails them.
Yep. And if he misses it, even by the slightest, he'll correct himself.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, talk about self-critic. I mean,
yeah, always.
He slips on a syllable. He's like, damn it, Don.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's got Chico Resch next to him all those years.
Yeah.
Now him and Kenny Danico, actually, that's not what it is. It went to Cangelosi and Danico. It was Cangelosi and Resch. And then Resch left, and now it's Cangelosi and Danico. And those two are... Tim Kless hates Ken Danico. Hates listening to Ken Danico. He'll say something, and Tim will literally be like, oh, you think, Kenny? He's always like, wow. He hates the wow.